Good morning, my dear student. Welcome to Amit Kumar Pradhan class. Today we discuss respiration. What is respiration? Breakdown of glucose and in the presence of oxygen and release energy is called respiration. And what is breathing? Breathing is inhaling and exhaling. Air is called breathing. Inhaling oxygen and exhaling carbon dioxide is called breathing. Now we discuss respiration. Respiration. What is respiration? Respiration means breakdown of glucose in the presence of oxygen and generate energy or ATP is called respiration. And this energy used in further what is life process. This energy used in maintenance and functioning of life. This energy further we use our different purpose of life, like working, running, exercise, reading, cycling. This energy used in our body, so it is called respiration. And another is inhaling and exhaling, that is called breathing. What is breathing Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, what is inhaling? We inhale air, mixture of air. Okay. And good air, we inhale air, and in the air oxygen is present. Oxygen dissolve in our blood air, and we exhale whole air and exhaling, that is called carbon dioxide. This is the what is inhaling and exhaling is called what is breathing. This is the difference between the respiration and breathing. Respiration is the intracellular activity and biochemical activity, and it is the breathing is the extracellular activity. Now we differentiate between two things, that is breathing and respiration. Now we discuss what is difference between respiration difference between respiration and breathing. Okay. Now it is what is first is respiration. What is respiration? Respiration is the intracellular activities, different type of what is functioning here. One is, it is the biochemical activity in our body, biochemical activity, and it is the intracellular activity, intracellular process, in between the cell, all the functioning is here. The respiration enzyme also, many enzyme involved, too many enzyme. Breakdown of glucose require hexokinase, what is different type of pyruvate kinase, different type of enzyme we involve in the respiration. Next is the occurs in cell of body, occurs in cell of body. Every cell perform respire. Okay, it is the intercellular process in between the cell. It is the this respiration perform. Okay. And here the oxidation of food to form carbon dioxide and water, and here oxidation of food and release what is release? CO2, H2O and ATP, adenosine triphosphate. You see the respiration, it is the biochemical activity. Means what is that is catabolism. We previously discussed what is catabolism, breakdown of some things in our cell, it is called catabolism. Now we intracellular, in between the cell activity, enzyme, many enzyme involved, 10 step of breakdown of glucose to form pyruvate, 2 molecules of pyruvate. Here 10 enzyme involved. Okay, further in the mitochondria also enzyme involved, occurs in cell, all cell of body, every cell body respire oxidation of food and release carbon dioxide and water and ATP energy, more energy here release. In one glucose molecule breakdown we get 38 ATP, 38 net ATP we gain. And here the breathing, what is breathing? What is breathing? Breathing means inhale and exhale. We know in small classes, breathing means inhaling and exhaling of air is called breathing. Okay. Here it is the physical activity, not biochemical. Physical activity, physical process. It is the physical process we inhale and exhale, like inhale air and exhale air. Okay, and here no enzyme. You see the no enzyme involved. Enzyme involved, only exchange of gas. Here no energy requires. No energy evolve, generate. Here some exhaling process is not require energy, but the inhaling process require energy. Of course, here no energy released or generate or release, कोई भी एनर्जी रिलीज नहीं होता है यहाँ पर. इट इज द एक्स्ट्रा सेल्युलर प्रोसेस, एक्स्ट्रा सेल्युलर process, exchange of gas, where it is performed here in our organs, lungs perform exchange of gases. That is one balloon like structure present, that is called alveoli. Alveoli sacs, exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen in the blood capillaries or blood vessel. Intake air and here intake air and expel whole air. Here expel waste air and we intake oxygen. Okay, this is the difference between what is respiration. Okay, okay, now we discuss one experiment. Oxygen, carbon dioxide react with lime water. Experiment, one experiment we discuss. Experiment, we take one test tube, take a test tube, we take a, what is, this is the test tube, and test tube contain lime water. Test tube contain what is lime water. What is this? This is lime water in the test tube. Here we put a small tube and we provide the what is air with mouth. मुंह से हम क्या करेंगे, उसको करेंगे इस टेस्ट ट्यूब में. तो क्या होगा, यहाँ पर लाइम वाटर है. लाइम वाटर किसके साथ रिएक्शन करता है? कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड के साथ. हियर लाइम वाटर रिएक्ट विथ दिस carbon dioxide. It is turned into what is a milky color, and we take another tube, test tube. We take another test tube. Here we put a small tube, and here in test tube what present, that is the here also lime water, and we put a syringe in the top of the, here we put syringe and give the air in the test tube. Here test tube E, the milky or the lime water turned into milky. Lime water turned into milky. It is color is milky color. This lime water we give air to the test tube, and this test tube convert into the lime water, convert into the milky. And here the lime water don't what is no color change, no reaction perform. So here in our mouth we exhale carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide react with lime water to change milky. Here the equation is lime water CaOH2. This is the aqueous solution, and we provide carbon dioxide. This is the gas, and to what is generated? CO3. One addition of carbon, CaCO3, CO3, and plus water. This is the reaction of this test tube A. Here the color change is turn milky. The color of lime water turn milky color. So we breathe out. Our breathing, what is present, we confirm in this experiment carbon dioxide is we respire. Now we discuss what is respiration, type of respiration. What is type of respiration? How many type of respiration? There are two type of respiration. One is aerobic respiration, another is anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration, here present of oxygen to perform the respiration is called aerobic respiration, or another is anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration, absence of oxygen. Here perform absence of oxygen. Aerobic respiration performed in the plant and animals. Anaerobic respiration only microorganism. Here we discuss type of respiration. There are two type of respiration. One is aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration. Another is anaerobic respiration. Another is anaerobic respiration. There are two type of respiration. One is performed in the presence of oxygen, and another is absence of oxygen. So it is called anaerobic respiration, absence of oxygen or lack of oxygen also. Lack of oxygen perform in, we perform many physical exercise, excess physical exercise to our muscle cell perform lack of oxygen to generate lactic acid. Okay, here the anaerobic respiration only microorganism. And here the glucose breakdown, aerobic respiration, what is breakdown? Glucose breakdown and generate or release ATP, adenosine triphosphate, and carbon dioxide and water, CO2 and H2O. This is the product of the aerobic respiration. Okay, and anaerobic respiration, glucose is partially breakdown. Glucose is partially breakdown. Partially means incomplete breakdown of glucose, or it is called incomplete breakdown of glucose. Here less energy produced, less energy release. Less energy release means here the incomplete breakdown, so it is what is less energy released. Incomplete breakdown means कम ब्रेकडाउन होगा, आधा तो क्या होगा, आधा एनर्जी रिलीज होगा. So we discuss here more amount ATP or energy release. More amount means how many? 38 ATP release in this anaerobic respiration. It is performed plant and animals. Which cell it is? Aerobic respiration, plant and animals. Here all microorganism. Which microorganism? Yeast. When the baking industry, yeast also used and we making some idli dosa. Yeast help to what is help to making our food, and yeast generate carbon dioxide, so our idli or dosa is spongy. Okay, next, muscle cells. Muscles cell generate, what is generate? Lactic acid. Lactic acid. Lactic acid is 3 carbon. Okay, now we discuss glucose. Glucose कैसे break down होता है, इतना you understand all of the things. Difference between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration is present of oxygen, and anaerobic is absence of oxygen. So we now discuss how to break down of glucose. How to break down of glucose. Glucose, all you know the formula of glucose. C6H12O6 is the formula of glucose. Glucose means C6H12 and O6. How many carbon molecules present here? 6 molecule of carbon. This is the molecule: 1 carbon, 2 carbon, 3 carbon, 4, 5 and 6. There are 6 carbon molecules present in the where glucose. This one carbon molecule is one bond is store more energy. We break one bond of carbon, we get more energy. So we have breakdown of this molecule, this bond, and we get energy in the presence of oxygen. That is called oxidation. In the process of oxidation, this is called catabolism process. Okay, this glucose turn into 6 molecule of glucose turn into what is 3 carbon pyruvate. Pyruvate is 3 carbon molecules, 3C. There are 2 pyruvate generated in one glucose molecule. A breakdown, we get 2 molecule of pyruvate. There are 2 molecule of pyruvate. Okay, and we get some energy here. Energy, how many energy here? Only 2 ATP we get. Only how many ATP? 2 ATP. 2 ATP. Actually we get one molecule of glucose breakdown of 4 ATP, but we preparatory stage we use the 2 molecules. Okay, where we get 4 molecule of ATP, but net is 2 ATP. दो हम वहाँ पर इन्वेस्ट कर दिए थे जब प्रिपरेशन में, उसको ग्लूकोज को ब्रेकडाउन के प्रोसेस में हम 2 लगाए थे और हमें 4 मिला. हमें कितना हुआ? नेट 2 ATP गेट रिलीज. ओके, हियर वी डिस्कस दिस पाइरुवेट change into presence of oxygen or absence of oxygen or lack of oxygen. How to convert it is? Okay, in the presence of oxygen, first we discuss presence of oxygen breakdown of glucose or pyruvate in the mitochondria, where mitochondria perform respiration perform in the mitochondria. First, this process glucose to change pyruvate. This process turn into the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm, this is the cell. Okay, this is the nucleus. Here cell organelle is present. This is the mitochondria. This is the endoplasmic Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum. This is the Golgi apparatus. Many chloroplast present. Here glucose enter to the cell. C6H12O6. Here glucose change into pyruvate in the cytoplasm. This is the cytoplasm, and this pyruvate, this 3 carbon glucose breakdown of 3 carbon of pyruvate, then this pyruvate enter to the mitochondria. So mitochondria generate ATP. In this region, mitochondria is called powerhouse of the cell. We learn in the class 9, mitochondria is the powerhouse of cell. Every student know what is the powerhouse of the cell? Mitochondria. Their answer is okay. What we get here in the mitochondria? Mitochondria we get more ATP, carbon dioxide, CO2 plus H2O plus energy. What is energy? Energy currency of the cell is called ATP. ATP, adenosine triphosphate, is the energy currency. Now we discuss what is absence of oxygen. Which microorganism? Absence of yeast. Yeast perform absence of oxygen, and here the partially breakdown of glucose. We get ethanol. Ethanol, carbon dioxide plus ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Absence of oxygen, that is called anaerobic respiration. This is called also fermentation. Fermentation, and we get ethanol. And what is carbon dioxide and ATP. How many ATP? 2 ATP generate here in the fermentation process. Yeast help to ferment. Here 2 carbon. How many carbon generate? 2 carbon. 2 ATP, 2 carbon. Okay. And this ethanol generate fermentation. This lack of absence of oxygen, fermentation requires use in the beverage industry. Here ethanol, preparation of beer, preparation of food industry, baking industry. This yeast also, this microorganism used commercially. Okay. And last is the lack of oxygen. Lack of oxygen, where it is performed in our muscle cell. In muscles cell, lack of oxygen, muscle cell. Here what is generate? Here generate lactic acid. Lack of oxygen, lactic acid and ATP. Here lactic acid is 3 carbon molecules. Here also ATP generate. Lactic acid in muscle cells, we perform more physical exercise, our energy more required. So muscle cell perform absence of oxygen, respiration and get energy. So it is the lactic acid formation. So our legs, hand पेन. ओके. जब क्या होता है कि हम एक्सरसाइज ज़्यादा कर लेते हैं, कभी कभी जिम ज्वाइन कर लेते हैं. जिम में क्या होता है, हम ज़्यादा उसको वजन उठा लेते हैं, तो हमारा मसल सेल्स क्या करता है, उसको एनर्जी चाहिए, तो वो क्या करेगा कि वहाँ पर मसल सेल एब्सेंस ऑफ ऑक्सीजन में एनर्जी बना लेगा, तो वहाँ पर लैक्टिक एसिड फॉर्मेशन हो जाएगा और लैक्टिक एसिड से हमारा पेन होता है, मसल्स पेन. तो बाद रेस्ट में वो लैक्टिक एसिड डिजल्व होके हमारा पेन हील हो जाता है. ओके. दिस इज द दिस टू प्रोसेस. which process? This is two process is called anaerobic respiration. Another is, this is the aerobic respiration. Okay, you understand? I hope you understand this thing. Okay, next we discuss another question is how in the absence of oxygen, what we get? Okay, we get ethanol, carbon dioxide and ATP. Now we discuss in animal, terrestrial respiration in animal. Respiration in animals. Animals means there are two type of animals. One is terrestrial animal, another is what is aquatic animal. Terrestrial animals, one organ is present that is called lungs, and aquatic animals, they have special type of respiratory organ present for the exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen, that is called gills. There are two type of animals. One is terrestrial animals. Terrestrial animals, they have the take oxygen from air. Terrestrial animal take O2 or air that is called breathing with the help of lungs, with help of respiratory organ that is called lungs. लंग्स की हेल्प से क्या करते हैं वो रेस्पिरेशन करते हैं टेरेस्ट्रियल एनिमल्स, ह्यूमन हो गया, जो भी हैं रेप्टाइल, स्नैक, बर्ड्स, सारे उनके पास लंग्स होता है, ठीक है. एंड अनदर इज एक्वेटिक एनिमल. एक्वेटिक दे हैव व्हाट इज दे टेक डिजल्व ऑक्सीजन. व्हाट इज टेक dissolve oxygen from air, not that is from H2, from H2O से हो गया पानी से, वो डिजल्व पानी में जो डिजल्व ऑक्सीजन है उसको वो क्या कर देते हैं. तो डिजल्व ऑक्सीजन लेने के लिए क्या करते हैं, ज़्यादा ब्रीदिंग करना पड़ता है. हम क्या करते हैं, धीरे धीरे ब्रीदिंग करते हैं, आराम से ब्रीदिंग करते हैं बस. एक्वेटिक एनिमल क्या करता है, फिश को देखे होंगे हम, तो वो हमेशा मुंह खुला रहता है, तो ज़्यादा ब्रीदिंग करता है. ओके. एक्वेटिक एनिमल ब्रीथ फास्ट. एक्वेटिक एनिमल ब्रीथ फास्ट. Why? Dissolve oxygen, less amount of oxygen present in the water, dissolve water, so breathing fast, breathing rate is fast compared to the terrestrial animals. Aquatic animal breathe fast than terrestrial animal. Then terrestrial animals, terrestrial animals से ज़्यादा ये क्या करते हैं, ब्रीदिंग करते हैं. ओके. विद द हेल्प ऑफ गिल्स. किससे, एक्वेटिक एनिमल गिल्स से करता है हमेशा. जो माउथ हमेशा ओपन रहता है, माउथ से वाटर एंट्री करता है, गिल्स के थ्रू वो एग्जिट कर जाता है, और डिजल्व ऑक्सीजन को वो गिल्स कैप्चर कर लेता है. गिल्स में ब्लड कैपिलरीज, ब्लड वेसल रहता है, वो उसे बॉडी को सप्लाई करता रहता है. ओके, यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस थिंग. एंड टेरेस्ट्रियल एनिमल हमारे पास क्या है, लंग्स है. लंग्स से हम क्या करते हैं, एक हमारा एक्सचेंज ऑफ गैसेस होता है. Respiration in human. Now we discuss respiration in human. Respiration in human. Okay. In human, one respiratory organ present. Respiratory organ that is called lungs. Respiratory special organ. Human, what is present? Lungs present. Lungs. Lungs is what is respiratory organ. Respiratory organ, it is the respiratory organ, special organ for special functioning. Heart for what is transporting organ, kidney excretory organ. Okay. And this is the respiratory organ of human, is called lungs. Here we discuss different pathway respiratory organ, how to air pass to the different parts of the lungs. Okay. First we discuss, we draw the diagram. This is the nasal cavity, this is the buccal cavity, mouth, and this is what is, this is the trachea. Okay, this is the trachea, and trachea divided into two parts, bronchi, and here it is also divided two parts, bronchioles, primary bronchioles, secondary bronchioles, tertiary bronchioles, and quaternary bronchioles. Then come to the alveoli, alveolar sac, alveolar sac. This is called alveolar sac. Okay, here also something. This is the alveoli. This is our what is lungs, beautiful lungs. Here alveoli present, more amount of alveoli present. Increase the surface of the lungs with alveoli. This is the The surface is 80 meter square feet longs. Okay, this is the lungs. This is the our diaphragm. Now this is what is the this is the nasal cavity. Nasal cavity. Nasal cavity. This is the mouth. This is the pharynx. Next larynx. Pharynx. Larynx. Pharynx. What is both foot and air. Both foot and plus air pathway. Larynx is the voice box. What is larynx? Voice box. So it is called voice box. This is the windpipe. Trachea. Also it is called windpipe. Here some C type of cartilage present. Okay, around the trachea. Okay, trachea have C type cartilage present. Okay, here trachea have one cartilage present, cartilage, yes, bone. Then what is this is the bronchi. Yes, a trachea divided into two parts where that is called bronchi, and this is the bronchioles. After the bronchi also divided into two parts, that is called bronchioles. Bronchioles, it is called bronchioles. Next, this is bronchioles. Further, we upper class we discuss that is primary bronchioles, secondary bronchioles, tertiary bronchioles. Now we discuss this is the alveolar sacs. Alveolar sacs or our single is called alveoli. Alveoli. That is called alveoli. Air enter into the nasal cavity and the mouth, and this is the after the pharynx. Pharynx is the both food and air passage of. Next, larynx. Larynx is the what is the voice box. Here the sound produce, human produce sound is called voice box. Next, trachea, or it is called windpipe, where the wind flow to the air, and here the trachea cover with some cartilage, नियस बोन, सी टाइप, जैसे हमारा क्लैम्प करते हैं पाइप को तो सी टाइप का रहता है, ऐसे यहाँ पर सी टाइप का क्लैम्प है फॉर द प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ कोलैप्स अगेंस्ट द कोलैप्स ऑफ द ट्राचिया. And now this is the bronchioles. There are T7 vertebral columns to divide into the bronchi, and bronchioles, after bronchioles divide into small balloon like structure present alveoli. Okay, this is the pathway of air. In this way air enter into our lungs. Okay, air enter in our lungs. Here we discuss this thing. This is the another is this is diaphragm. This is the diaphragm is the region that is chest cavity and what is the our stomach cavity, chest को separate करता है. This is, and we discuss this is the cartilaginous ring or C type incomplete. Incomplete means C type. C type का रहता है, ऐसे clamp type का रह जाता है यहाँ पर. Okay, cartilaginous rings present here. This is the complete diagram, and here we discuss what is the alveoli. Okay, alveoli. What is alveoli? This alveolari structure, here the exchange of gas take place. In the alveoli, exchange of gas take place, carbon dioxide and water. Alveoli, what is exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen, carbon dioxide and oxygen with blood vessels. जो हम इनहेल करते हैं वहां पर एल्वियोलाई है. एल्वियोलाई क्या करता है, वहां तो हमारा ऑक्सीजन पहुंच जाता है, वो ऑक्सीजन क्या करता है वहां पर, और कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड ब्लड में रहता है, उसको एक्सचेंज करता है. ओके, कैसे एक्सचेंज होता है, How it is performed? This is the what is alveoli, balloon-like structure present. This is the blood vessels or capillaries. This is the blood vessel capillaries. Here, deoxygenated blood carries to lungs to the hearts. Okay. Here, deoxygenated blood means carbon dioxide more amount of present in the blood vessels or capillaries. Carbon dioxide amount more in the capillaries. Here more amount of carbon dioxide, here less amount of carbon dioxide in the alveoli. So the process of diffusion, excess of gas through the process of diffusion. Here the high concentration of carbon dioxide present, here the low concentration of carbon dioxide present. So here, what happened here? Diffusion, process of diffusion. The carbon dioxide enter into the alveoli and oxygen concentration high in the where alveoli, low concentration of oxygen present in the where the capillaries. Here oxygen also come into the capillaries and carbon dioxide enter to the alveoli. So this is called exchange of gas, carbon dioxide and oxygen in the blood vessel with help of the process is called diffusion process. The process is called diffusion. Through the process diffusion, through the process of diffusion, this is called diffusion. What is diffusion? The molecules move into high concentration to low concentration. That is called diffusion. diffusion जैसे हम एक इंसेंस स्टिक लगा देते हैं, एक कोने में लगाते हैं, पूरा घर जो रहता है महक जाता है, तो गैस मोलिक्यूल वहां पर स्प्रेड हो जाता है. ओके, दिस इज कॉल्ड डिफ्यूजन. यहाँ पर ज्यादा है, अंदर चला गया, अंदर में ज्यादा है, नीचे की तरफ आ गया. ये है क्या है? एक डिफ्यूजन प्रोसेस है. ओके, यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस थिंग माय डियर स्टूडेंट. नाउ वी डिस्कस व्हाट इज इनहेलेशन एंड एक्सहेलेशन. व्हाट इज इनहेलेशन एंड एक्सहेलेशन? Inhalation, what is inhalation? Intake air or intake, what is intake? We intake air is called inhalation. When we intake air, our chest get enlarged, chest expand. Inhalation process, chest expand. Here due to the expand, here our storage of air also, more amount of air storage in our chest cavity. Here the diaphragm flat, तो डायफ्राम हम एयर एंटर करते हैं, यहाँ पर एयर एंटर करते हैं तो ये डायफ्राम क्या होगा? बैंड वाला, ये फ्लैट हो जाएगा, तो हमारा चेस्ट क्या हो जाएगा? एक्सपांड हो जाएगा. हम ब्रीद आउट करते हैं, एक्सेल करते हैं, एक्सेल करते हैं तो क्या होगा? डायफ्राम रिलैक्स, diaphragm relax and chest get normal position, chest get normal position, नॉर्मल पोजीशन में आ जाएगा. हम इनहेल करते हैं तो हमारा चेस्ट क्या एक्सपांड हो जाता है, मतलब चेस्ट एक्सपांड, और हम ज्यादा स्टोर कर लिए, एक्सेल कर दिए, नॉर्मल पोजीशन में. डायफ्राम हेल्प करता है इनहेल, एक्सपांड और इंपांड के लिए. ओके, now we discuss what is one respiratory pigment present here. Okay, one respiratory pigment. What is respiratory pigment? Hemoglobin is the respiratory pigment. Hemoglobin is the respiratory pigment. Okay, hemoglobin, what is it? Is the respiratory pigment. Hemoglobin is the respiratory pigment present in the RBC. Where it is present? Hemoglobin present in RBC. In the hemoglobin transport oxygen. ट्रांसपोर्ट व्हाट इज ऑक्सीजन, ऑक्सीजन को ये क्या करता है, ट्रांसपोर्ट करता है. ओके, एंड इट इज ट्रांसपोर्ट ऑक्सीजन, ट्रांसपोर्ट ऑक्सीजन, एंड one hemoglobin contain how many molecule of transport per oxygen, 4 oxygen transport 1 hemoglobin. This is the transportation of oxygen in the RBC, red blood corpuscles. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you have understand. And okay, thank you.